Hello everyone, welcome to another short video. In this video, we will look at the configuration of SSL inspection on Palo Alto Firewall. So this is going to be my topology where we have this Linux client which will be used to access the outbound websites, and we'll perform the SSL inspection using this Palo Alto. Let's jump on to the configuration. So first, as we discussed in the last video, we need certificates. Device, certificates and device certificates. I do not have a CA, so I'm going to generate a self-signed CA. So click on generate. Let's give it a name. We can say SSL interceptor. I'll keep it inspection CA, and then common name. What should be the common name on the certificate? I'll say MITM Palo Alto, and then signed by, it should be locally. Yeah, it should be able to be used as a certificate authority. So this box needs to be checked, you know just make sure. I want to block the private key export. I'll check it for the better security. OCSP responder, not a specific responder, as this is a local CA. Cryptography settings, yeah, algorithm RSA, number of bits 2048 key, and the digest is this. Expiration days, I want it for 1 year. Yes. Now let's add another attributes of the certificate. Country, let's add India. IN, IN, yeah, India. And now let's add the state, Haryana, and let's add the locality. Locality, I can say Gurgaon. I'll make the U small, and then let's add organization, shivam.local. Let's add the department. Let's say it's security department. And now let's add email address as well. So Palo Alto at the rate shivam.local. Yeah, let's generate the CA. Click on generate. So I have created a local CA. You can see it's a CA. But suppose if I wanted to create a CSR, then I would just give all the parameters as I gave for the previous one. But I'll here select external authority CSR, okay, and then my CSR will be generated. And once it is generated, I'll select here and I'll just export. Click on this button, export certificate, and it's gonna export my CSR. But now I have a local CA. Now let's create another certificate, and I'll say certificate name. mm, Uh, what should I say? Mm, Forward inspection, and what's the common name? I'll say trusted, trusted hyphen Palo Alto, signed by. I'm going to use this authority to sign it, which I created. And yeah, this certificate can also be used to sign other authorities. Block private key export, yes. OCSP responder, no. Keys are fine. I'm not going to give any values in here. So let's just generate it. Yep. So you can see this certificate has already come under the SSL inspection CA. Now let's create one more for the untrusted as well. I would say, mm, uh, I'll say untrusted CA, common name, untrusted CA. Let's make it capital. Signed by, and it's a local CA. No other values I'm gonna give. Okay, you can see I've created two CAs, and under one CA I've created one more certificate. So now let's set it to be used by the SSL inspection. So to do that, I'll say forward trust certificate. Okay, use it to inspect the SSL connections going out, and use it only for the websites which like for them Palo Alto must trust the root certificate. Okay, for them only. I'll hit okay. And to the other one, I'll say use this one for the untrust. Okay, For the websites, Palo Alto does not trust a certificate. Also, the trusted root CA, if you want it to be also used as a trusted root CA, you can check it. So if there is any root CA that is not present in here, so you can just import its certificate here and set that box. So now I have created the, certificates. Now let's create the rule. I'll go to the policy, decryption, add, let's say SSL inspect rule, typo. No description. I want to apply tags, then find rules, audit command. These all are basic settings we have seen in all the previous policies. Source zone, LAN zone. I will say WAN zone, and I'll say source zone is LAN. I'm gonna do for all the addresses, all the users, all the devices. Similarly for destination, all the destination devices. Service URL category, I want to inspect HTTPS. Options, I want to decrypt the connection. And this is for the SSL forward proxy. Decryption profile, I haven't created yet, and log the unsuccessful handshake. And yep, just let me create a decryption profile as well. I think that's a good idea to create one decryption profile. So many typos. Block sessions for in case of forward proxy, block sessions with the expired certificate with untrusted issuers, and I'm just gonna keep these two, and I'm just gonna keep rest all as default. I'm not gonna do any unsupported stuff. And yeah, this is fine. This is fine. I'm just gonna keep minimum STLS. I can change it, but I'm just gonna keep it at this. And yeah, I'm using it for the in case of decryption for the SSL forward. This is what it should take, and this is what the settings it should apply. I'll hit OK. Decryption profile is applied. Now I'll hit OK. Yeah. Now I'll commit the changes. I'll pause the video while the commit happens, and then once it is complete, I'll restart the video. Okay. So our commit is now complete. Now, in order to see the decryption logs, we need to go under monitor and then the decryption. Right now there is no log. Now let's go to our Linux client, logging into it. Let's see the magic. It's taking some time to log in. Okay, I am in. Okay, in. Let's launch a browser. It has just booted up. Probably that's the reason it's taking time. Now let's access a website here. Let's access Wikipedia. Wikipedia.org. At first, I'll get an error because I haven't installed the CA which we created, this CA, not the log settings, certificates. Yeah, this CA needs to be imported into my browser. So I'll import it right away. Okay, I'll just accept the risk and continue for this time. Firefox web browser. I'll wait. I'll click again. I'll just come back. Let me fix this browser. So the browser is now fixed. Now let's access wikipedia.org here. Yeah, you see we get the error because the key is not imported. For once, I'm gonna say accept the risk and continue, and now I'll export the CA and then import it here in quickly. You can see the wikipedia.org is the certificate who has assigned it. Trusted Palo Alto. It means our certificate which we configured to be used for the trusted is being used to assign this certificate. And this is my CA MITM Palo Alto. I'm gonna say PM cert, and then I need to import it in here. Go into the settings, type certificate, and then under the authorities, import. I choose the import button. Go into the download section. The one which we got is this one. This is the one we need, and I hit select. I want trust this here to identify the website. Click here. Yeah, that's it. Cancel. Now I should be able to see this here. MITM. So it will be nearby M somewhere. M. But it will be under, I believe, shivam.local. Yeah, you see, this is the one we just imported. These two are probably old. I'll just delete them. Delete or distrust. I'll say, okay, this one as well, delete or distrust. Okay, now we have this specific certificate. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to close the browser, close this window. I'm going to relaunch the Firefox. Now access the Wikipedia. You see, this time I didn't get that warning because now I have the CA. Let's see who has assigned the certificate. You can see it's assigned by the trusted Palo Alto. Now let's try to access another website that has an untrusted certificate, or yeah, I, we can make also one of the website certificate as yeah. Like, see this website, Kproxy, it has an expired certificate. You see expired certificates. For the expired certificate, I'll go here. I'll go risk and continue. See expired certificate. We said there is should it should throw an error, so it's an error. If there is a certificate which is untrusted, you know, then it will use that other certificate, untrusted CA, to assign that certificate. Okay, and we can do that as well. Let me just quickly make that CA untrusted. ISRG. Yeah, so Kproxy has X1 certificate. I'll disable it. I need to disable this and commit the changes on the payload. I'm just making purposely that certificate untrusted. So I'll pause the video. When the commit is complete, I'll show you what happens, in case of untrusted certificate. Okay, so the commit is now complete. You can see I have made this certificate, I've disabled this, which means Palo Alto will not trust this root certificate anymore. So now that website becomes untrusted. So before we had this error, now we will have another error. Let me open this website in the new private window. And if you see, I'll have an error, but that certificate will be assigned by a different authority. You can see potential risk ahead. I go here, I say accept the risk and click. Okay, I still have the error because I have the decryption profile. But if I see, the certificate will be coming from the untrusted, you see, untrusted CA. I still have the error, but now it is assigned by the untrusted CA. But in previous, here, it is assigned by, if you see, the trusted CA. That's what I wanted to show you. See, trusted Palo Alto in case of this. So that's how the trusted and untrusted stuff works. And in the next video, we will see the inbound SSL inspection. I'll spin up a inbound server to host something, and then we'll see that. Thank you for your time. That's it for this video. Have a good day.